I work with the University of Arizona Cooperative Extension in the WaterWise program, and we got a university grant last year to put together a rainwater harvester certificate and demonstration program. And the students who took that course took 25 hours of instruction, but it was hands-on instruction where we learned how to build these. We put corrugated metal pipe cistern at the U of A South. We built 55-gallon rain barrels. We did some passive structures on a ranch, and we also helped with this system. The city put in all the plumbing that needed to be done. They cut into the irrigation system that was already here. This is a bit of a retrofit, and put in the backflow preventers. Say that 3 times fast. And then they installed this pump. But the class came and we put in the platform. The grant paid for this 2,500-gallon tank. The class put that in. We put in the conveyance system. This is what's called an active system. Passive system is where there isn't a collection container. The water comes off of one side of this animal control facility here. The collection area is about 1,500 square feet. And in a 15-inch annual rainfall year, this roof collects about 13,000 gallons. And so the idea is for the tank to intercept that water and then take it through this system and into the courtyard so that it waters the courtyard vegetation. It doesn't water the turf at this time, but it waters the shrubs and trees. And so what it does is this replaces the groundwater, our precious groundwater that would normally be used for the landscape plants. It replaces that with rainwater. So that's pretty exciting. The other thing that's neat about this system is that the pump, which you can come over and look at in a minute, is a kind of a pump where it has a switch inside of the tank. This sensor right here, there's a float valve, and when the water is too low in the tank, the switch says, okay, I know I can't get water from the tank, so I'm automatically going to take it from the municipal system. So there's never an interrupted flow to the water in the courtyard. And this is it's a switch that comes from Australia. It's something that's fairly new on the market, so it's exciting to be able to work with this system here. We have a meter on this so that we can see how much rainwater is being used and how much municipal water is being used. This system also has a first flush system, and you can see if you walk around to the side in a minute, you can see that we take the first flush of water off of the roof and discard it so that it doesn't get the water in the tank dirty. We don't have to have that for an irrigation system, but we wanted to have it as a demonstration system. This is an overflow. All your tanks have overflow valves because when the water in the tank, it gets to be too much, then the water just exits out this way.
Now we're going to do rainwater capture on all city facilities, because what we discovered when Cato started looking at places where we could do it is we were just finishing up fire station number 3, the new station that we'll drive by, and realized it wasn't guttered. You couldn't do that. So we tried to come up with ways to jerry-rig on one side and so on. And everybody was sort of, that was one of those things that just kind of got by people. So now it was a really good learning experience because that won't happen again. Now everything will be guttered and set up so that rainwater can be captured and diverted and go all the right places. So our next big facility that's going to happen on is Centennial Pavilion.
What it is a little bit of a shift in the way we've normally thought about rainwater. If any of you are from the East Coast or from the Northwest, where rainwater and stormwater is something you just want to get rid of. But around here, it's just such a valuable resource. And if we can use that water to replace the groundwater that we're using for non-potable means, and we're flushing toilets, or even for potable means, and they're doing this all around the country, then I think that it really will help us help our water situation. This tank costs about $1,500. And the pump was a donated pump, but you can buy pump systems for about $200 to $500.
So what would a home system cost for an average size home?
Well, you know, I think that you probably could get away with about $2,000 worth. And the state thinks this is such a great idea that they are giving tax credits. 25% of the cost of a water conservation system, that includes a gray water system, up to $1,000. And that, I understand, can include gutters. Every drop counts, whether it's a small amount compared to a bigger project, but all of us together really do have an impact.